Welcome back to Factorio Seablock and TSM, episode number, I want to say 177, but I'm going to say 176. I've done a 176 before, but unfortunately it looks like it's been corrupted. I don't want to redo it because we kind of did quite a lot. If you have a look at red circuits, I have actually completed red circuits, so well, kind of. That was where we got up to at the end of the last episode. I doubled down and then I built the piece that does red circuits. But there are some issues with this, which when we set up the trains for red circuits, they'll become apparent. Also, this wasn't actually filmed, but the oxygen, I realized we were having problems with oxygen because I noticed we're having trouble with the copper cable and we need oxygen here. In fact, here's an oxygen train right now. Desperately trying to put oxygen into the copper so that we can get the copper cable built. And yeah, we are still trying to desperately fill up our copper cable because we're going through it faster than we are able to produce it currently. Perhaps a good target for some modules in the very near future. Anyway, that's not the only problem. The other problems are that this is dropping again, that's good. We've got all these sort of top-up lines and so on coming in, but we still only end up with about half of the machines here and half of the machines here operating when the thing's trying to go at full whack. So that is a bit of a problem. We do have the 16K, so what I'm going to do... Oh, also for helping out the oxygen, I actually moved the... We had one of these normal stations here, in fact, for oxygen. I've now moved it here. So the empty and the full, and there's none in the full, but we can have up to... There's 3 trains that are assigned here now, instead of 1. That's because of all the oxygen that we used to have in tanks like this one. I may need to boost the oxygen production. Okay, so we want to go and get another train set up for this time for red circuits, and proceed with well, the number of times I had to run backwards and forwards to the the main base to get more red circuits so we could build more of the machines that need them. Gee, some of these are quite busy now, aren't they? So we could build more of the machines that need them. That was going on all the time. So now that we have red circuits, it should ease everything up a lot. And then I can add some more machines down here into our make everything. But yes, I came here so I could grab some trains. I don't have any on me, do I? No. We'll just use the level 1s again for now. Oops. And we need these guys as well. One, whoops. One back. There. And do I have any fuel? I have some charcoal, that should do. So I'll just whack it out here and take it straight to the refueling, which seems to be perfectly adequate as an idea. So what have we got? Charcoal. In you go. One way of getting rid of it. Add station. We have a lot of stations now. Refuel. Add station, refuel to inactivity. Off we go. Hopefully that's enough fuel. Should be. Charcoal lasts a reasonable while. It just doesn't have very good acceleration, judging by this. Actually, I hope it's enough. That seems to be going down very fast. Oh, the other thing is I fixed the... I'm not sure if I did this in one of the episodes well, the surviving episodes, or in the previous 176, but I fixed the turning on and off of the ME station as well. I'll just quickly show you here. So we needed to connect directly to the ME combinator, and then we just read, if it's got a signal it'll be open, if it doesn't have a signal it'll be shut, and then that works fine. So that's what I did. 17, okay, so you will make it. I think you'll make it, it's just over here. Yeah, there you go. And we might just get rid of the remainder of that. So you can fill up on the good stuff. Now, we do have 2 supply stations. I guess what I could do is use this one that I vacated for red circuits. Or, sorry, for oxygen. 150, 150. Or I could always bring it over here. Maybe that makes more sense, so it's next to green circuits. At least we've finally got it done. I don't know how many episodes we went through to do it, and unfortunately I actually thought it was a pretty good episode, the one in which I completed it. It ended up being fairly productive, and we got good use out of the outpost builder, and we just got it done. But them's the breaks. So you don't need anything at the moment. These guys can go there and there. I'm going to copy that, and we will change this to be empty. Okay, item equals advanced circuit. Good. And this one should, copy that one. And if we come up to here, we should be able to go item equals advanced. I could have copied this as well, I guess, but didn't, so never mind. Okay, advanced circuit. So you now have stations to go to. Empty advanced circuit until circuit condition, and there it is, advanced circuit supply until circuit condition. And we're here. Very good. Okay. All right. We need some it actually takes a moment to open this now. We're getting kind of a lot of them. We need to do this again. I'm kind of thinking I might actually provide a button that automatically creates sort of this bit with some default conditions. Might speed things up. Anyway, that doesn't exist at the moment, so it's mere conjecture. Until full. Oops. We forgot to give you a station where you're coming from, which is that one. And here, that one. Just get rid of that, find the station. Quickly check. Very good. Okay, so those are our supply source priorities. Actually, we could borrow this train. I want you to come up to here. And then I'm going to send you back, and then I'm going to have the request a station call you. So that's kind of daft in a way, I suppose. Okay, so you've got a P because you have the 16,000. Trains on the way is less than P, so if that's the case, call the empty train and it's on its way. Right, so as soon as this gets here, it should start this up. I suppose the other thing that I was a little bit concerned about in the last episode was just how many items we actually have in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, if we had a full train of all 11, that would be 8 rows of cargo, which is 10, so 80 by 11, 880, and these only have 768. But fortunately, they're staggered in their use. We use a huge amount of aluminium, so there's 2 rows of that coming out, given that it's 4 a time. And yeah, this, oh, and the circuit here I've fixed up. So it's basically a train load is about 16k. So we take the amount, we divide it by a train load, and this exceeds the train load by the amount that we want. So a buffer of about 4k is the time that we end up calling stuff. Is anything about to get to 16k? It looks like the oh, what are they called? What are they called? These guys, the monosilicons, are getting very close. But anyway, yes, this is working as a charm, even with so much stuff coming out of it. So I'm very happy with that and our mechanism here. Just the only bit I'm not so happy with, you should be able to start seeing it now in action. So we have 2 columns of, or even actually up here. Yes, that's right. We first of all need to speed up. We need to speed up this belt. Red is just not good enough. Because we're not getting the whole distance, so that's one thing. I don't actually have my station anymore, but I guess I could try and reinstate it over here or something, or on one side or the other. And then I could use the upgrade planner, because that also invokes the outpost builder train. There is some getting all the way along. Oh, this one needs it as well. Yeah, it's not just the bottom part, it's also the top part. Do I have an out? Yes, I do have an outpost. That kind of would be the easiest thing to do. I would need to use some landfill over here, but I guess red circuits are not going to require... they're not going to require the water. I'll probably soon find that I want it on the other side, but never mind. This one... Yes, I want it on this side. So I could do that, and then place the station, not the station, but the this guy on this side. Bots, we don't need a huge number of them. Can you stop mucking around with those tiles, guys? What's that? That is tile ghosts. Okay, that's what I want. I don't want you mucking around with any of this stuff. It's completely pointless. Apparently I don't have enough red. 1, 2. Right. So what are you called? You are called Ryan W. Sims. Okay, Ryan W. Sims. Right, nothing. So what I want to do is on both of these columns we want to use an upgrade planner. Just on the belt. And on the belt down here. I might be trying to turn some blue belt into the next level up. But we can get rid of that. We don't have anything higher than our blue belt. Now, would that work if we tried to do it down here? Or have we already done this? I think we've already done this with blue belt. So, I mean, you can clearly see, hopefully this will get better, but you can clearly see we are not getting the copper cable even with 2 stack inserters unloading it as it comes in, even though this told me that it's only 2 that I needed. There's just no room, so this one can't unload because there's no room. And so, and this is from the upper one, but okay, let's force Ryan Sims, that's what your name is, isn't it? Let's force Ryan Sims to come and do all of this upgrading. Oh, what's this? We may have picked up something in here or something, I don't know. 49 pieces of belt that we are not able to collect, but it should still be here shortly anyway. And incidentally, that's all it will take to open up down here. As you can see, there is the train coming. We need like, oh, we don't actually have very much on board. Hopefully it's building more of that. Is there a reason we have so little? What do you have in there? You actually have lots. So there should be bots trying to deliver to here. A whole bunch of it. In fact, it looks like there is a whole bunch of it there. So maybe when it makes its next delivery, we should be a little bit more set. So that's 30. I've only got 18 left, which is not great. The other thing that I had to do in the previous episode, or before the previous episode even, was to sort out the bots because... where are they? Here we go. So they were making logistic bots and we needed more construction bots, so I had to make some adjustments again. I mean, obviously the system isn't particularly great. Look at all this red circuits we've got here now. That's really nice. Oh, and I tried to do some tech. I tried to do these two, but all that's done is cut me out of orange circuits completely. So we need to find something else that we could do. Maybe I could start doing this. At least that's useful. Because we have to do that. I mean, none of these things look like they actually offer me something that I need. To the best of my knowledge as it stands right now. Do I want a Spidertron? Not really sure. Lab research speed 6. At some point that is going to be useful. At some point, this is probably going to be useful too. Stack inserters are always useful. So there is some things here still. What's this one? Personal Roboport Mark IV. Braking force, that's also useful. Alright, so if we can add those on, we can get rid of those. And hopefully we still have... oh good, looks like that's happening. Hopefully we still have a bunch of yellow. No, we don't have a bunch of yellow. That was kind of what I was hoping we would get while we waited for that tech, and all of those need yellow. This one does not. Alright, let's start some SpaceX science. And then we can do these yellow science-based items, perhaps. That one. Oh, what's this? More capacity. Oh, we need white science. Space science for that. Tool belt. That actually is something I'm quite likely to want to research. Alright, I'll do that. With our 4 little labs here, I don't expect this to move much, but it will give us an opportunity for some yellow to bank up, maybe. What is stopping yellow research? You are missing this component here, which is not happening owing to no processing units. Processing units, which come in here and up here. You have red circuits, you have acid, you have ferric chloride, gold. We're out of gold again. And we do have this saying we need to do gold very shortly. Why are you unable... Oh, you've got nowhere to put that stuff. Okay. So, 20 minutes, effectively just waffle. I kind of want to know whether this change looks even remotely likely to be enough to fix the red circuits. I kind of doubt it. I'm sort of thinking I need to basically halve this, have 2 of them, and have sort of injections on each bit. So I didn't leave myself enough room in the end. That seems awfully slow. How about if I give you 20 more bots? This is the thing I just don't understand with Factorio bots. They're going all the way to the furthest ones first. Now it could make some sense if these are already the blue ones. So I could like remove the ones that are already blue. Where does this turn into red? It's a little hard to see. I think we're blue at least to there. In fact, that all looks blue at this point. Maybe I'm being harsh this time. Having red inserters on the top of them isn't really helping my case. That's what I'm gonna claim anyway. Okay. If we do that, that should help. Now we have other issues. Some product that has not been able to be delivered. Boards. Oh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't actually surprise me either. That we got to a point where boards was no longer able to keep up the supply because we didn't really go out of our way to ensure that it was going to work for a high volume situation. What actually are you up to? 7.8. Okay. Okay, what I might just do then... Are you still coming back? You are. Alright. What have you actually got there? So you need a refresh to get rid of that. Where are you going? No, I want you to come back to me. What we'll do is we will go down to boards. We'll sort out boards. Because it's down the bottom, we can go to the make everything. We can have it order red circuits directly, which is going to be a huge boost to other things that we try and make. So where is boards? Boards is way down the bottom, isn't it? Boards. It's down here. Let's go down here. Right. So, to explain the problem... Oh. How do we explain the problem? These guys are not getting enough of something. They're not actually getting enough mud. Okay. The mud supply has completely dried up. I think I actually have mud getting stored somewhere, but damned if I can remember exactly where. A big warehouse of mud. Mud. I don't think it is on one of these, although maybe it should be here. Somewhere we are creating mud and just throwing it into a warehouse. No. No. It would kind of make sense if it was, but no, you're using mud. All of these things are using mud, so it's probably not them. Oh, and speaking of which, what is our power doing? 260. You see, I do have it in mind that if we get to sort of, I guess, 300 megawatts, it's time to boost up the nuclear. It's coping, but it won't cope if we sort of get up to that sort of level. Must be one of the new areas, I would have thought. Could be wrong with that. Where did I leave my mud? If this takes too long, I might have to actually do some editing and chop it out. mud. No. No, no, no. What byproduct would have mud? No. Could it be you, possibly? Don't think so. Pretty sure it's not you. These are just creation guys. Exactly are you doing? No, you're just storing up hydrogen there. I'm not even sure if I have a lead train. Oh yeah, I guess we do. Not sure if I'm using it anywhere. Mud. Sure, there's somewhere that I've got mud just going straight into a warehouse. Out of the way. Oh, that's not great. These guys are going to choke again. Well, if it was a fairly new one, it would probably be like this one, but that doesn't appear to be the case. There's no way we can just search for full containers of mud. Hang on, what's this? Mud! Mud, I think I've found it. And you have an awful lot of mud as well. Okay. That took a while, but we have found it. We need a way of extracting that mud. I could run it over here. We already have a slightly ineffective stop here. We could make a mud train. I think we're going to have to. So I don't lose this, we are going to have to identify our mud. Confirm. So it's just up there. And I currently don't actually have any inputs here. So we have this one, which is the mud input. Maybe I'll put the station here, which potentially could feed mud up to here as well. We've got plenty of room there. Yes. I have some landfill. So again, it's kind of not exactly what I was planning or expecting to be doing. You're back around the other way. No, you are too narrow. So are you... What are you? Just one of those. Those are those special load stations. What are you? No. You're on the wrong side of the track. You might work. Let's try this and see. You would need... So these are coming in this way. That's good. Would need to get rid of that. Rid of that. Otherwise it would be okay. I don't have any bots anymore. And my make everything doesn't make bots yet. Another problem. Alright, fine. Let's get some bots. We probably need to fill up on stuff anyway. I think there's other problems in addition to this particular problem. We're not clear of problems just by getting mud back into the boards. I think they need a bit of a revision to increase the production of boards. We weren't utilizing them to their max by any extent, and it was one of those leave for later LK issue. I need at least 50 of you. Maybe I'll get 100. Can slowly make some more. Do I need anything? Probably. It's this yellow belt. While we wait for a moment, let me just have a look at the science. Our 4 mediocre labs are actually taking a bite out of this quite expensive tech. Well, quite expensive for 4 minuscule little pipsqueaky labs. In fact, they look like they're keeping up at the moment. Possibly because we have full red circuits. Yes, though I doubt it's going to stay full, but never mind. How are we going? We've got a little bit more rail. Actually, it's been reduced to 200. Let's increase that. I'd like slightly more rail. Oh, 500. What's that? Express belt. Let's just knock that back to 400 for the moment. That should do me for now. What are we getting delivered? Not sure. Okay, let's go. we're trying to get down here. Okay. Heading in completely the wrong direction. Right, yes, we should be able to make all of this. We don't need you going up there. Not for the moment anyway. There's no requirement on this side. Request a station, also something that needs to be added to the make everything. I only need one of those and one of these. It will not be carbon that we are unloading into this. Okay, let's sort out the mud as well. Oh, before we do, I would just like to come into the make everything area because we're here and add in red circuits into our orders. I went through something here where I was explaining how I might use this and have these based on being less than 0, and I was looking at a potential generic less than 0, but you can't do that when you have two things feeding into the same item, because otherwise, if this one has a balance less than 0, which clearly it does at the moment, because we've got a minus 200 and we only have 183, because of that, this one would be going as well. So you can't do that if you use the shared passive supply chests. And I fixed this up as well. I can't remember if that has been covered or not. Same as the green circuit one above. There you go. Now we'll get some red circuits. That's why I have 4, because I'm expecting there to be a lot of things that get ordered eventually. So what I need here is a warehouse. Does not go there, so it's going to have to go up there. Mr. Warehouse. And these guys can just we're gonna have to, well, yeah, the best thing to do is to make a gap in here. So the mud that's being dumped here can get relocated, I guess. Alright, we'll need slightly more along here. How much room have I allowed myself there? Not much. This isn't an express inserter, it's just a stack inserter. I probably should have put them in the middle so I can bend them on an angle, never mind. I don't even need them to actually behave quite like this either, but never mind. And mud may end up being one of those things that I need a supply of. Okay, so we will need another one of those and another one of those. We don't have a mud train yet, but I'm guessing that, or hoping, I suppose, yes, there's definitely enough in there for a mud train. So let's find another train. And you. And I managed to get charcoal out of somewhere. Not 100% sure if it's enough. Oh, I don't know why I've got all these things. Train. Let's go straight to a refuel stop. An activity and charcoal. Yeah. Oh, go. Hopefully we can make it. Seems a slightly odd way to go. I guess it has its reasons. I should probably pull a tiny bit of charcoal I've got left. Oh, there is another issue actually that I discovered. If this has a residual amount left over, it can leave it in a wagon, which I really wouldn't like. So what I'm going to do is do that. So if you get a 4 train, and this has a tiny bit left which it dumps there, then this will try or pick it up and try and put it back on here. And as this clears out the stuff, that's not going to work. We're going to have to make this a filter. And the only thing that we will pick up is the fuel. If I can remember. Solid fuel. What? It's not here? Oh, there it is. Solid fuel. Right. The only thing it will pick up is solid fuel. There you go. That should be a fine change. Now, boards. Okay, we didn't use that extra spot that we freed up in here last time. So let's use it this time. Let's make 1, 2 of our friends, the supply depots. Fantastic. Slightly wiggly path, but we got there. Alright, fine. You are empty mud. I guess we need the whole color. Actually, let's copy somewhere. Make it a bit easier. Do you have green? Oh, no. That's right. We weren't bothering with green and so on in these days. So we'll have to type out the whole thing just to be on the simple side. Oh dear, that's not going to be happy. That is not going to be a happy train. Come on then. Come on then, dude. Let's get rid of refuel. Okay. So, color equals green, empty, and the color item equals mud. Mud is not the name of it. Okay. Oh, that's not telling me either. All right, where's the mud? Should be in here, shouldn't it? Mud. Oh, it's not item. Or is it? Is it item or is it fluid? It might treat it as fluid. Ugh. Do you know what? I'm just going to call it mud. Actually, we'll quickly change it to fluid, see if that fixes it. No. Empty mud. Mud supply. Okay, so you can go to, we need to get to green, even though we only partly got this right. Empty mud, circuit condition. And I know it was up here somewhere. There it is, mud supply, circuit condition. Go. Except now I'm going to jump on board and make you take me to where we've just added this mud, which I think is there, yes. Because that's faster than me running back there. Okay, now I don't mind if you go back to empty mud. Whoop. Right. Mud, which is actually solid mud. There you go, solid mud. Is greater than, I guess it's 16,000. Because most of these things are P, this will have to be a Q. 200, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, yes, that's correct. And we need mud in here. Solid mud, we need some solid mud in here. Solid mud, empty train, select. The greens, empty mud. And solid mud, solid mud. Solid mud, solid mud. No, that's empty. It's up here, isn't it? M. I would have thought that it was up there. There it is. Mud supply. I don't quite know how that works. Oh, little letters. Okay, little letters. That's how that one works. Okay, you were until full, which is great. You are until empty, which is great. All right. PQ. So trains on the way is less than Q. Then order mud. Empty train. So we should have a queue. We have a queue. Are you maybe... Oh, we are missing a wire here. That's better. Instant response. Train coming directly here. And finally then... How are you doing? 569, that's not bad. Finally then we can head down to boards. What are we doing for time? We are basically done. This, I was going to look at boards, but this wasn't quite what I was expecting to need to do. You are going to be a mud supply, is that right? Yes, you're mud supply to boards, so we're not looking at that. We are looking at solid mud being less than 16k and you ordering mud. And then this supply why am I making this all blue? No idea. No idea, just it's time to deal with it. Now, the other thing that we need to deal with is probably this one in particular. I think what I want to do is have a bunch more of these machines and maybe get a bit of a line of snipper machines, but that's going to have to wait till next episode. We've had an hour. We need to cut it somewhere. Do you not have power? You have power. Oh, you're missing... We don't need that. Oh, and I missed something up there. In my hurry, these things, if they're going to be filters, they need to be mud. Mud filters. How are we doing with the mud? It would help if it actually had some inserters, wouldn't it? Okay, it looks like I can only fit 2 inserters, 1, 2, 3, unless I move this. No, that's not going to work. Go there, go there. And you can do that to, or oops, no, not you. And you're a problem. We'll get there eventually. Would you look at that? Space assembly. Let's take one quick peek at science just before we go. Mr. Science is here. They're all going. What we really need to see is, do we have a problem? We don't have any problem. We don't have any problem. What about red circuits? Are they having any issues keeping up at this point? No. They're actually not. Okay, you're all done. You're filling up. Maybe I'll ride the mud train. It might be faster, who knows? I guess we'll see just how roundabout it is. Interesting that it chooses that path. I thought there was a penalty to going through train stations, so I kind of expected that to cut off odd behaviour like that, but never mind. Alright. So, does this get everything happening again? And, oh, what's that supposed to be for? No idea. But yes, these are producing mud pies, or whatever they're supposed to be. We're not going to have any shortage here, at least for a while. So, yeah, that's that for now. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye-bye for now.